Joe Budden interviewed Tasha K. Okay, and for those who don't know what's happening between Tasha K and Cardi B, Tasha K and Cardi B had got into a dispute. Okay, a scuffle. Well, I don't want to say a scuffle. Maybe a internet scuffle, but definitely a legal battle for sure, without a doubt. Janae knows about it. Let me go ahead and point this mic towards her because maybe she'll have something to say about this. But Cardi B and Tasha K went into a legal battle, and let me tell you where it first started off as. Tasha K had released an interview with Cardi B's alleged stripper friend, or a friend of Cardi B's. And they were going over all of these rumors, all of these speculations, all of these things. And Cardi B's friend allegedly put it on Front Street. Cardi B then emailed Tasha K and said, hey, take this down. Tasha K said, fuck you mean, take this down? And Cardi B was like, this is false information. This shit isn't real. This shit isn't true. Take it down. So Tasha K took it down. Cardi B said, apologize. Tasha K said, the fuck I need to apologize for? And Cardi B was like, well, you put out this false information. You need to apologize for the false information that you put out.
Question. Tasha K did take the video down?
She took it down.
Okay, cool.
She then confided in her husband. Her husband then said, put that shit back up. Cardi B over here tripping. Put that shit back up. Put the shit back up, took it to court. Judge then said, hey, take that shit down. Now, to provide more insight as to what's going on, Tasha K did not have the money to pay for the lawyers that Cardi B did. Cardi B had. I mean, she's Cardi B.
I actually know one of the attorneys that worked on this case.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Wow, we got insights.
Gary's that nigga.
Cardi B paid for the top lawyers, the Ace Boon Coons, the niggas that run shit. Tasha K did not have the bread to pay for what she paid for. She paid for college students that just came out of law school.
Stop.
That's what she said in the interview. That's why I'm just repeating what Tasha K said in the interview. I don't know the validity to all of this. This is what Tasha K said.
It's not even, like, at the very least, they have had to practice, like, pass the bar. Like, you can't practice law if you have not passed the bar.
Okay.
So they not college students. They graduated law school. They're law school graduates.
Right.
And then they also have to pass the bar in order to appear in a court of law.
Okay.
That's how that works.
This is what Tasha K said in an interview. I don't know the validity of anything. I don't know shit about law. I don't know shit about attorneys.
You just got the validity.
That's what she said in the interview.
Right.
You
and
can't.
I'm telling you that bitch a liar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then, so she might have been lying then. Okay. Hey. She could have been lying. I am not. Listen, I'm just reporting what I've researched on. That's it.
And I am here as a fact checker.
Okay, bet. That's all I'm saying. So Tasha K said that she didn't have experienced lawyers.
Okay.
She said Cardi B had experienced lawyers, and on top of that, Tasha K didn't have money to pay for experienced lawyers. All she had was money to pay for the lawyers that she had during the case.
Pick me.
Right? Go ahead.
So, you know how we were talking about, like, actions and, like, consequences?
Yes,
right?
yes.
If you know that you ain't got money to get into a long battle with a bitch with long money, don't you think you should probably shut the fuck up?
You should probably not get into the situation.
And there were several times where she could have just
Shut the fuck up.
That's valid.
Tasha K.
I'm sure.
Tasha K was told by media personalities and others that it was going to be relatively hard for artists or whoever she was talking about to sue Tasha K because she was a media personality. And people don't necessarily do it because there's not enough, or there hasn't been enough legitimate cases in which an artist sues a media personality for saying things that defame their character or defame who they are as a person, whatever the situation might be. And so I think she felt as though that was enough to be like, bitch, sue me. Go ahead, Swole.
She got the wrong one.
Yeah, in this specific case,
Okay.
this is Cardi B. This is not like a regular,
No.
artist.
No.
So it would be like if she says she gonna sue me and she send documentation and she about to sue me, I'm gonna be like, all right, you got it. I'm good.
Right.
I'll just take the video down.
She is petty.
Yeah.
And not only is she petty, but she's like, the thing with like how defamation works is that like she could show like harm, right? Like if you say this bitch got herpes,
That's what she
and
said.
she's spreading it around.
Right.
You say this bitch is fucking beer bottles on stage and all this other stuff.
There was video evidence to prove that.
So the stuff that you can prove,
Yeah.
that's no longer defamation. However, it could be considered intentional infliction of emotional distress, which is another charge.
Right.
Because there are also charges for saying things that are true that like harm people or hurt people. Or
Also,
her money.
I just want to say I seen that video, and I would have gave my beer bottle to Cardi B. I ain't gonna cap.
That
Offset, I still love you, gang. Hey, I'm just saying this is when she was single. Like, I'm just trying to save myself.
But saying that she was.
I got you.
I'm just gonna assume that you agreed, and I'm just gonna pray.
I ain't said nothing. No, we was just joking. I was just making noises.
But you're not that good at whispering. That's kind of problem.
I was just making noises. That's all.
It's crazy though, 'cause you quiet any other time. Saying that she was a prostitute and saying that she had done hard drugs and stuff like that, and so it's just like when you say things that people can like prove that they have not done, or you can't prove that they have done them, you have put yourself in a very bad situation.
Right.
And she got sued for defamation, invasion of privacy, which is crazy because that's the album title, as well as intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Wow.
Like those are 3 like torts that she got sued for, and like usually people aren't super like empathetic, I would say, to like artists or whatever. So the fact that like a jury awarded her like $4 million is very interesting.
Right. So here's the thing, right? And I'm gonna add a little more context to this, right? Because I didn't thoroughly follow the case of Tasha K and Cardi B. There was an attorney that did, okay? And it could be, and Janae, maybe you can kind of provide a little bit of context to this, but during the closing statements, Tasha K's team and her attorneys when they gave their closing statements, it was all of 45 seconds to a minute. That was literally it. That's all they had to say when it came down to their closing statements. But when it came down to Cardi's closing statements, and her lawyers and her team and her attorneys, they took hours to say before they fully presented their closing statements. So the attorney that covered that case in depth and in full pretty much used that as the description or definition of who represented who. Tasha K's team only presented 45 seconds to a minute of what they had to say within the case to say, hey, Tasha K's innocent. Cardi B's team took hours to say, hey, Cardi B's innocent. And Tasha K went on No Jumper, that interview, to say, hey, this is the situation. I didn't have much bread to protect myself. Cardi B, her money is long as fuck. She had plenty of bread to protect herself. And now, I'm saying this now, please don't take this as bias because I don't know what the fuck. Right? But I'm just reporting the facts as to what I've seen. Now, I love Cardi B. Okay? And I think Cardi B is my favorite female rapper right now. Over Nicki Minaj, over Meg Thee Stallion, over Coi Leray, over Lotto. Cardi B is my favorite female rapper.
Over Ice Spice?
Yes, over Ice Spice. Ice Spice is second.
Your taste is all over the place.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Ice Spice is second. But Cardi B is my favorite female rapper. I love the fuck out of her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck. I'm just researching. Now, from what I've seen, especially during the debacle, during the escapade that Tasha K and Cardi B has got into, maybe I'm looking at it from a biased standpoint, but it looked and seemed as though that people were saying a lot of things about Cardi B that wasn't validated, that wasn't verified, that there was no specific evidence to pinpoint what was what. It was just friends saying things that they thought or what they felt or whatever the situation might be. And Tasha K, seeing the profit gain, seeing the attention, seeing the engagement that she was getting from saying these things about Cardi B, and she took that and capitalized on it and just ran with it. That's what I felt that I saw when I first seen the situation transpire. Now, is this real? No. Is this a real thing? Did Tasha K really do this shit in order to like gain some traction and, you know, make more money and get more traffic coming to her page? Maybe, because that's what I thought. That might not necessarily be the case. Maybe there is validity to the situation. I don't know.
Validity to what situation?
But I'm just looking at it from the sense of, hey, like, hey baby, chill out. That's Cardi B. I am legitimately saying that because I'm biased. I love Cardi B. Who's Tasha K? I don't fucking know who she is. I don't give a fuck. I like Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? So I legitimately say that, but I'm just trying to report this news from an objective standpoint. So let me tell y'all what's going on with Joe Budden and how he's kind of like intertwined with all of this situation, okay? Joe Budden gave an interview to Tasha K, okay? Joe Budden gave an interview to Tasha K, and Joe Budden said, hey, listen, I got you. We'll talk. We'll sit down. We'll give your side of the story, whatever the situation might be. Joe Budden allegedly has a closer relationship with Cardi B than he has with Tasha K. Cardi B went on live, or she gave a statement, or she said something specifically to kind of like point out to Joe Budden, yo, nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, we're way more closer than you are with Tasha K. Why would you give her an interview? And she defamed my name. She literally trashed my name. Why the fuck would you give her an interview and give her a platform to state her piece over what we had going on prior to Tasha K? What the fuck is wrong with you? And Joe Budden gives his response right here.
Is that the response? This nigga funny.
You want to hear the Cardi?
Look, they research killing now. They got the clip loaded up. When it's about me, they on point. Hey, you got it loaded up. You ready to go? Yeah, let me tell you what she said.
Athlete Bailey.
Soon as I said some shit was hurtful to me, they loaded right up. Come on, let's hear it then.
You want to hear it? I don't have to play it.
I mean, I can tune it out.
I just feel like it's like he has an issue with me, and it was beyond the bongos. It's just like you inviting bitches that said the rudest, nastiest shit, but when what's them niggas name they used to do podcasts with?
Oh, Maul.
Maul, and the little other guy.
Yeah, when Ma and Rory say we fuck shit about you or lies about you, you get so defensive. You want to clear it up.
That's
came at Taxstone because Taxstone says something about you.
That's
you want to clear it up, and you know you expect people to understand you, and you expect people to take your side. But I had to go to court. Because this woman, like, it's beyond saying that I have herpes, right? Like, come on now, like, it's beyond saying I have herpes. Like, this woman tried to run a I drug men campaign. She paid men to say that I drugged them and raped them. She claimed that my dad. I just feel like it's.
All right, nigga, damn. How much you want to play? How much of the clip you want to play, Parks?
Hey.
Since you sent it to him, Mel, right?
So
It doesn't sound like, so I guess that was clickbaity because it didn't sound like she really actually had a problem with what you said about
sounded like she was hurt.
bongos.
It sounded like she was
sounded
hurt.
more like she was upset about the fact that Tasha K was invited to come up here.
It sounds that way.
Yeah.
So after listening to her, I do want to come in here and ask y'all, like, am I wrong for that Tasha K interview? What's your relationship with Cardi? What is my relationship with Cardi? What do you mean? Do you have a respectful and cordial with one another?
Nah, y'all bigger than that.
You're not wrong
You
for that.
champion Cardi.
But that is different from a relationship.
No, I know. I'm just saying, but you've known Cardi pre-success.
Cardi has done this show. I've known Cardi before the success. I fuck with her. The New Yorker in me, her story, everything about where she is and how she got there is, I love it.
But I've seen her talk about you with admiration as well. You get what I'm saying? So I think the feeling is mutual. I think she fucks with you too.
Well, that's why I said there's a respect and there's a cordialness there.
A little bit more than that, maybe admiration. But I think that when if you look at it from, this particular person was trying to destroy my image, my reputation, my brand, how I feed my kids, and then you supposed to be my homeboy, and you came and had them sit on your couch
with the size of your platform
without a conversation, then it could open up the door for some.
But he wasn't bigging up Tasha K. No,
I like how his co-hosts are holding him accountable and saying, "Hey, bro, like the relationship that you had with Cardi B. You know what you said. You championed her. You expressed how you felt about her and reference to how she's felt about you and how she's given admiration towards you and things of that nature. And it's just like, hey, bro, you know what you did. And I'm just trying to kind of highlight the fact that Cardi B feels the way that she feels because of the relationship that you guys have had previously. I like that. A lot of times, I don't want to say when I'm tripping, because I don't necessarily trip as much, but y'all definitely do be calling out, like when I be saying some crazy shit or some wild shit, or y'all definitely don't refrain.
We do that for each other, all of us.
But I feel like it's me more so. Maybe it's just because I say a lot of wild shit. But kind of like in reference to that, I love that. To kind of like say, hey, Joe, this is what it is. And I love that. I love that fact. So, yeah.
That's why my first question was, what's your relationship with her? If you have a relationship that's worthy of protecting, then yeah, there's a conversation.
But he didn't release it on the day that her single dropped.
That's it.
We did it, y'all. We did it. We did it. We did it. We got to it. I'm wrong.
No, Joe Budden. He didn't look like he liked that answer, though.
Who, Joe Budden?
Yeah, he didn't look like he liked that answer.
He didn't look like he liked that answer, but guess what the result was?
He didn't drop it.
He didn't drop it. He did not drop the motherfucking interview. So, huh?
Yeah. When did he do the interview, though?
I don't know how long ago they did the interview. I don't know what the situation is, but let me go ahead and set some more precedent to what that was. Okay. Right? Mm-hmm. Tasha K then responded to Joe Budden because there was a specific date that was supposed to happen. Mm-hmm. Joe Budden was supposed to say, Joe Budden said, okay, the interview's going to drop on this day. Tasha K said, okay, this is the day that it's going to drop. Whoop. Mm-hmm. Right? Tasha K then responded and said, hey, there was a lot of people that decided that they wanted to interview me, and I said, hey, I don't want to do an interview with y'all because Joe Budden, who covered the subject, spoke from an objective standpoint as opposed to speaking in favor of Cardi B. There was a lot of networks that were like in favor of Cardi B. And so Tasha K said, you know what? I'm going to give this interview to Joe Budden. Joe Budden didn't release the interview. He did not. And
on the day that he said he was going to release it.
On the day that he said he was going to release it, he didn't release the interview. And this was based off of what we just heard. His relationship with Cardi B, how he felt. And we all know what narcissists do. Narcissists don't like to admit that they're wrong. Narcissists are so filled and infatuated with their ego-filled, driven standpoint and perception and perspective that they can't admit the fact that they're wrong. And so Joe Budden said, you know what? and I don't know if this has changed. I don't know, because this nigga's damn near 50 years old. And usually when you're 50 years old, not much changes. Yeah. When you're ingrained in your ways. Maybe he's trying to do that. I don't know. But based off of this segment, he said, you know what? I'm wrong. And I shouldn't have done that. And so because of that, he didn't release the interview. I don't know if there was a conversation that transpired between him and Cardi B afterwards, you know, when this segment released. I'm not sure. Maybe Cardi B said, hey, release the interview with Tasha K. Just let me at least say my piece too. Maybe that was a situation. I don't know. But either which way, the date that was supposed to be when Tasha K's interview released, it didn't happen. And so Tasha K was like, nigga, what the fuck?
You ignore doing the right thing, but when the BBL turns around and tries to say you kicked babies out of her stomach and broke ribs, now you want the non-BBL bitch to speak up for you. This is the type of nigga that Joe Budden is, and I honestly regret sitting down with him and giving him that one interview that would shake social media so bad that it shook his fake ass in that lace shirt with his belly sitting over his dick. That he did exactly what the BBL told him to do, because just like every other weak ass black man, they choose ass over bills. Now I want y'all to clip this.
I didn't get to this part. I didn't get to this point. I didn't get to this part. Hold on. Is Joe Budden fucking Cardi B?
No way.
Is that what she's accusing of?
That he did exactly what the BBL told him to do, because just like every other weak ass black man, they choose ass over bills.
I'm sorry.
Now I want
think that Joe Budden's bills are going unpaid. I'm just wondering. Are you mad that he chose ass over your bills? Because his bills are getting paid.
I mean, you could just look at her face and see the pain and the
emotion.
Yeah, like she's just not happy about the situation. You can just see all of that.
It just it's
just manifest,
transpiring right now. Like it's
Why
she's just
she
talking shit.
To stop talking shit
It-
on her platform.
What?
And just saying stuff that's not true.
What?
Why won't she learn her lesson?
Do she think he gonna put out the interview now?
I was wondering
That's
if she
real.
was accusing him of getting a BBL, honestly. But also, does she really think that Cardi B has to fuck Joe Budden in order to get what she wants? Does she not know who Cardi B is? Is she confused?
She is confused, obviously.
y'all to clip this. Yes,
we gonna clip
angry, black, bald head. That's what I want you to clip. And I honestly regret giving him the interview that I should have gave that cracker Adam 22 when he had the intelligence to read.
But you can go back
to read my case. Instead of me sitting down with a black man that is supposed to have my back when I'm supposed to have his back, when Latina women are out here saying that he's breaking ribs and kicking babies out of their fucking stomachs. Then you want the black woman to come sit in court and pick it for your bitch ass. Don't play with me.
The earring out.
Your hoop earring, the other one fell out.
And you wonder why black people don't get ahead, because we can't fucking stick together. We want to try to mask it and blame crackers.
Wait, look at Ace.
But no, we're so jealous. Bitch ass. Fucking right, I'm mad. And you want us to settle. That's why you chose a black woman. Shout out to Melissa Ford. But let me say something. I said this to her. You chose Melissa Ford for that platform because she would never stand up to your bitch ass. You are the type that hates women with a fucking voice. So when they cry and say, oh, somebody did this to me, you feel sorry for the pussy until the rabbit got the gun on your bitch ass calling you a
she making something about like she's making it like a racial thing, like
and it's not a racial thing,
right? Like you're making this like all these Latino women can do whatever they want to you, and
that has nothing to do with this at all. Yeah. This is just relationships.
But this is her way of kind of
trying to get a sympathetic factor, a victim card type thing.
Either that, and she also gets to talk shit about his past.
Wow.
Right? Because notice she keeps saying, well, so maybe she is learning. She's not saying he kicked the baby out of her stomach. She's saying she said this, but she's still saying you kicked the baby out of her stomach. But she's saying she said you kicked the baby out of her stomach. So it's like I'm just reporting what she said, right? Not saying that I believe it, but like with the virality, like the viralness, I guess, or virality that she's saying.
Yeah.
He's like, this woman over here said that we supposed to stick together, and I want to be able to say what I want to say about Cardi because you look to us to like protect you when other Latinas talk shit about you, but this Latina is, done this to me.
Right.
And you won't do my interview.
And
it's kind of a reach.
Mm-hmm. That's what it seemed like to me.
Mm-hmm. And also, like, he may have done it. Like, he may have been an abuser.
She's embarrassing herself.
But I'm very confused.
Bitch, cause she got a BBL and a pussy. The same bitch that'll turn around and say you kicked the baby out her stomach.
But Cardi didn't
Don't fucking play with me.
Why are you lumping Cardi in?
So yes, I'ma push this cracker above you. And I will never in my life ever consider color. Nigga, now head over to No Jumper. And you watch that interview, and you get to know Tasha K and everything I fucking built myself with my black African husband, who's not afraid to stand up to no nigga, including you.
He got you into this mess.
You fake.
Your husband is the reason why you have a $4 million settlement against you.
All talk, no backbone, and your motherfucking ass bitch. Now that's why I called you gay.
And now you're homophobic.
Okay, I think that's the end of it. Tasha, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Here's the reality.
Man, so saddening. We gotta do better.
I take no responsibility for her at all. We are not the same. I'm better than her.
Tasha K, feel as though that you are doing the most. I understand that Joe Budden didn't put out your interview. I get it. I understand. But there's a specific reason why you're in the position that you're at now. You are in debt, baby. You have to pay so much money to Cardi B. And part of the reason why you have to pay so much money to Cardi B is because of your ego. And you had to stand on what you stood on as far as you being a media personality. And that I understand and I get. But on top of you doubling down on how you felt about a situation, defaming someone's character, the persona, who they are, what they do, making them look bad, you also have to take into consideration what comes with that, the consequences, the repercussions. Cardi B is a multi-millionaire, world-renowned artist. She has a lot of money. She is liked by a lot of people. She is on a whole different stratosphere than you are. That's just the reality of the situation. That's number one. So when you take that and you couple it with the fact that you are saying things that's not even legitimately proven, or there's no type of substantial evidence to show that you had whoever you had on your platform to prove what they said about Cardi B, that's just not going to end up good for you, especially as a media personality. And I think you failed to realize that, which is why you're in the position that you're at now. And what's even more damaging about your brand and your personality is that you're doing what you're doing with Joe Budden, and you're not even taking a step back to look at the scheme of the situation. You're not even taking a step back to look at the semantics of the situation, in which where your position is and in reference to what everybody else's position is. I think you fail to realize that, which is why you're looked at the way that you're looked at now. This is a terrible look for you, sweetheart. This is a very bad look for you. This doesn't look good. I don't even know how you can rectify this situation because it doesn't look like it can be rectified. Tasha K, you need to figure it out. You need to switch it up. You need to look at things differently. You need to do something. Maybe get a different husband because it doesn't seem like he's giving you a very good. Like it doesn't seem like he's giving you a very good advice.
He's not leading you properly
at all.
Like him not being like. She says, oh, like, he's not afraid to stand up to nobody, but, like, I don't see him doing the standing up. I only see her.
And what's even worse...
also bad logic. Like, she's standing up to people with, like, really, really bad, flawed logic.
Doesn't look good. And on top of that, your husband can say all you want, baby. You are the centerfold.
Right.
You are the person that everybody is going to look at whenever you make decisions. Why? Because... you're the name. You're the face. So your husband can say whatever you want to do, whatever the negative reflections, the negative connotations, whatever the bad publicity, all that is going to be reflected on you, not your husband. If y'all got a divorce, he can go with another female right now or go get with a lady right now, and you won't. And we don't know who the fuck he is. Okay, yeah, maybe we can look him up or whatever the situation might be, but it's not really gonna be anything. Everybody's gonna look at him as Tasha K's husband. Everybody's gonna look at you. So you have to look at things in this manner and in this way, and it's just not. It doesn't reflect well on your brand, sweetheart. So that's all I got to say about the situation, Janae.
Leave black people out of it. Like this
Please.
is not like a black man needs to support black woman situation. Like. No, like you are not the same as like the lady that got like hit in the head with the brick. Like these are different situations. You are not a victim. You are someone who's being punished for your actions. And now you want to cry when you have multiple times to like recant, step back, step down, stand down, retreat. You had multiple
lot of synonyms.
Yeah, multiple opportunities to do all of those things, and you did not realize it was real until you got the judgment against you, and then they rejected your appeal. Like it didn't get real for you until you're blaming your lawyers for not being experienced, but you knew they weren't experienced when you hired them. You had a choice. And what we're seeing here is a series of bad decisions and you not holding yourself accountable for them. And then you mad that somebody else made a good decision to preserve their relationships. And who knows what the interview was actually about. I didn't watch it. I don't know. But maybe he made the decision that it was going to do more harm than good by giving you a platform to Cardi B's story, to her publicity, to his piece, to his relationships. He, related with Cardi making the point that whenever Rory and Mal started saying what they were saying, you wanted to have the opportunity to clarify those things. Why would you put up this interview? Because it takes away, or, then Cardi would have to go back and try and clarify things. It continues a problem that, it should be over. She won, but it's not over because Tasha K keeps speaking and blaming the victory on her not having enough money. And so this is not like a black woman, black man, black men aren't supporting us issue. Adam 22 is messy and will always be messy. And on top of that, you bringing up the things that he did and either got convicted for or didn't get convicted for doesn't really help your case. And Joe Budden is probably never gonna even spit near your direction again, even if you're on fire. And on top of that, you got homophobic. That's so weird.
Crazy.